In today's video, I'm working on part 2 of a commissioned portrait of 4 siblings, which is being done in charcoal. Stay tuned to see how this project is progressing. So I'm now starting on the second person in this portrait. Again, there's 4, this is a portrait of 4 siblings, and this is the only boy in the group that I'm starting on now. And the one I did before in part 1, the girl in part 1, she's not done yet. So, like the lines on her face are a little too harsh and stuff. So just keep in mind, she's not completed yet. I need to get all of the siblings kind of roughed in first so that I can get my darks and lights correct. It's hard to know where I want my contrast and stuff without having everybody kind of blocked in. So that's what I'm working on. And again, I'm using charcoal mainly. I do go in and use a little bit of graphite for some of the lighter areas. And I'm mainly using a medium lead for the charcoal. And they are General's charcoal pencils are what I'm using. Medium and soft. I think for him though, I think I predominantly just used the medium, except for maybe on his hat. If I remember correctly, I think I might have used the soft. Yeah, see, I'm using soft there. My medium pencils, I have tape put on them so that I don't have to look to see what I'm grabbing. The ones with tape are the ones that are medium lead. And if you wonder why I always have this same shirt on in all my videos, it's because I get cold. Get cold sometimes, and this is kind of my lucky shirt. It's my husband's grandfather's shirt that I just love. It's so comfortable. But I wear it a lot. He's passed, and so I kind of love being able to wear it. So anyway, that's why you see this shirt sleeve a lot in a lot of my videos, because I'm kind of obsessed with it. And so I'm using a makeup applicator to this is a dirty makeup applicator. If you watched part 1, you know that I use these a lot. This one is kind of saturated with the charcoal, so I'm using it to just kind of fill in the white areas. You always want to start out light and then build your color up, unless you know for sure that your color is going to be extremely dark, like his hat is black. I'm going in and just kind of full strength with the color on the hat. But then I need to back off a little bit for his hair. He's got kind of curly hair, I assume. The reference photo I have for this, although I love the reference photo, she didn't have the original. So we're just going off of something she had on Facebook, which is a small size. So when I blow it up to try to get detail, it pixelates really badly. So I'm kind of just working with what I have. I don't recommend using reference photos that are not good quality or things that you can blow up really. The photo would have been in good quality, it's just that the file size is so small. So I'm lacking a lot of detail, which works out because in black and white, I feel like not having as much detail the ability to see the detail kind of works out with just a black and white photo. If I had kept this in color, it probably would have been a little bit more difficult. So I'm using paper stumps and makeup foam applicator brushes, which I get off of Amazon. I think you can get them off of eBay also, but they're pretty cheap and you can get a big pack of them. And they really give you some really smooth blending. I use them on pastels too. That's kind of where I got the idea from. I also use a brush to get any kind of eraser crumbles or just anything, you know, if my lead crumbles a little bit or anything, which doesn't really happen, but it's usually eraser crumbles, depending on what kind of eraser I'm using. I use a brush to clean off the paper as opposed to my hands, because I don't want to smear any of that stuff on my paper. And I'm going back, and now that she is against him, it makes it easier for me to work on her face a little bit. In my reference photo, it's very hard to see his mouth because it blends in with his skin tone, and the photo is so pixelated it's kind of hard to, so I struggled a little bit with getting his mouth right. And there you can see I'm using a graphite pencil, and these are I use the Derwent graphite pencils. I also use the Prismacolor graphite pencils, but the black with the orange stripe, those are going to be your Derwent, the Derwent graphite pencils. And I was using, for this I was using a 2B. When I use the graphite pencils, the makeup applicator doesn't remove the graphite as much as it does the charcoal. Sorry, I'm losing my words. The charcoal, when I put the charcoal on and hit it with go over it with the foam applicator, it does lift the pigment off of the paper unless the applicator is very dirty. So now that I have him pretty much roughed in, it's going to be time to move over to the next sister, which will be part 3. And just remember that this is not done. I'm not finished with either of the boy or the girl. I've just got them roughed in, and I'll finish those up in part 4. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.